right? Because we understand that, NYPD was involved in it. I think they was involved in both shootings, right?
Watching him, like now he wanted some of that too.
A long time coming. It was a long time coming for Keefe. I was actually hoping for this day to come.
What's real? Reality. Let's go. Bullets travel like gossip, running in mouth like leaky faucets. Two-faced niggas be stealing ideas and nothing solid. Grown men and their feelings debating on true intentions. Felt.
Yep.
All right, that's what's up. All right. Good evening. Peace, blessings, salam, salutations, and all. Another episode of Guess How Said. I'm your host, Adam L. You got to my side.
Sick cuz the governor.
Andrew Quan, right? What's up?
What's up? Ty couldn't be with us this week. He'll be back on next weekend. He just settled in on a place, so well wishes. The first topic we talking about today is Tupac murder solved. To me, it's nothing new. We've been already knew what happened. You know what I'm saying? Don't take a genius to put the clues together. From my understanding, Keefe D, you know him as Keefe D, right? True, guess I said fashion. I haven't really had time to do my research on it. So I'm just going by certain things I heard through the grapevine and certain podcasts, that I watch and or a few details about it because, he's currently arrested, right? So I think he had some type of deal he made with the federal government, like a what you call it, like a trying to think of the name of it.
Something like almost like not a plea, but if you speak this time, we won't use this.
Yeah, like a pardon or something like that, right? And so we already knew the clues, from documentaries. His nephew Orlando was the trigger man allegedly, right? And there was another person in the car. Everyone's dead but him at this time. He was about to write a book. My thing is everybody's is coming after Vlad, right? And in my personal opinion, right? Shout out to Vlad TV, but my personal opinion, you gotta want to come on that show. No one's putting a gun to your head and saying, come on, Vlad, or any of these outlets, spill your heart out, right? So he wasn't even creative, in my opinion. The interviews I saw, he wasn't even creative what he done. You know what I'm saying? Like, OJ got a book out saying, If I Did It.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we already had speculations and, anybody can put clues together. You know what I'm saying? But he basically self-snitched on himself, put himself in harm's way for clout. Get what I'm saying? Yeah. And me personally, as a pop fan growing up and having his music having a personal, connection. I'm having a personal connection with pop music, right? I'm glad this murder or this conspiracy is put to rest, right? You know what I'm saying? So Pac can rest easy. And now I'm just waiting for the situation with Big, right? That's the real thing I wanted to see come to a closure, right? Because we understand that, NYPD was involved in it. I think they was involved in both shootings, right? But even here there, I want to get y'all view on the little details about the Tupac situation. Gov, you go first, and Quan, you can go second. But that's my thing on it. You know what I'm saying? The man put himself in harm's way. He snitched on himself, self-snitching, right? He had immunity by the federal government, from my understanding. That's the word, immunity, right? Where certain information was given. Right. You get what I'm saying? And the man could have went, rest the old man, died the old man free from harm's way, because ain't nobody nowadays, unless you have a crazy pop fan that's going around and want to kill this guy, right? Now he's in trouble because he may could get stabbed or harmed in prison, because now it's a clout thing. We live in a generation of clout. You know what I'm saying? I stabbed Tupac Killer. You know what I'm saying? So, but let me What's your views on it, Gov? And then we're gonna hear from Quan.
Yeah, because it a lot of clout really has a lot to do with clout chasing. I think because
Mm.
you one thing that it could see, especially when this whole everybody doing the documentaries and interviews about what happened 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, you saw the rise in that in YouTube popularity anyway was going on, and it seemed like to me, watching him, like now he wanted some of that too, like he wanted to cash in on that as well, and as a result, trying to cash in, he was getting a little bit more and more detailed as to what happened and what he saw, and then when he talking about how everything was transpiring during the shooting, that's I think what got him.
Got you. Yep. Yep. And I think clout went too far, went to his head. Right. So now if he can sell that book from prison. You get what I'm saying? Quan, what you think?
It was a long time coming. It was a long time coming for Keefe. I was actually hoping for this day to come. I was hoping for this day to come. All those interviews of Vlad, him being all confident that he wasn't going to get caught up and everything. I knew it was going to come. I knew it was going to come. You know, I'm a big Tupac fan personally. I started listening to music, due to my father, which is right here. Alhamdulillah. Started listening to Tupac and stuff. And I became a big Tupac fan. I'm talking about his first album, his Thug Life album, All Eyes on Me album. So, even though that's like 20, almost 30 years ago, a lot of messages in his music still relate to me. It felt like almost if he's like a real family member, like he existed in real life, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, seeing the disrespect that Keefe really gave Tupac on those interviews, I had a little, it's like, I don't know, it was, man, because it was some interviews where he gave him his respects, but a lot of those interviews is that when he was just dissing him, he was dissing the
rubbing in his face. Yep, rubbing it in his face.
Saying basically like the fans can't do nothing about it. It's like what happened is what happened, and he was bragging about it, and he thought he could never get caught up. So honestly, it's rightfully deserved. He's in the place where he got, and really God works in mysterious ways. So hey.
Yeah, and I'm in on this real quick too. Like, everybody want to talk about the police and stuff like that, but police brought that to justice by himself snitching. You know what I'm saying? And here's the crazy part, real quick. He got granted immunity, right, from the feds. Now he's making the police look bad because the police saying, "Look, we basically gave you a pass. We know the trigger man, he's gone. Other guy's gone. You could get charged for everything because the mastermind is what she allegedly said. He organized it, right? You're now throwing it in our face. You know what I'm saying? You're making us look bad, like we ain't doing our job. We know they don't do their job. They're supposed to, right? But he's throwing it in their face. You know what I'm saying? So now we got to come get you.
Mm-hmm. That was I think that was the trick of the agreement. It wasn't immunity like he thought it was. It was just an agreement that said, this testimony you give right now, we can't use that particular testimony to get you. But if you say something later, we can get you for that.
We're going to get you. So it was just wise of him just be quiet.
That's what
if his life is an old man, and the crazy thing is, man, this is why the life of a rapper is not valued because there was no real street justice in Tupac's situation. You get what I'm saying? All these, guys that supposed to have been from the streets and connected to, certain lifestyles, you would figure that, it would be some retribution. But, and a lot of people say, okay, that Keefe's an OG, he's ranked high and with the blood, with the Crips. But, we understand from our knowledge that anybody can get touched in the street, man.
Right.
Anybody. So, rest in peace, Pac. Glad that that came to some closure. And my thing is now is next thing is Biggie, because that's going to be the real interesting thing because from what we heard, there's a lot of police involved, and I'm also curious to see what Keefe D going to say because I heard some rumblings that he's going to mention Puffy's name.
Yeah.
Oh
We all know that, you know, Puffy got that money to make you disappear mysteriously. Allegedly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna wrap that up. That was dope. Our next segment is dealing with somebody that watches the show. You know, shout out to Miss Lou. She said that let's deal with toxic exes or toxic relationships. Now, I'm gonna step further and say let's deal with toxic energy. You know what I'm saying? That can come from anywhere.
Anywhere.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's the next segment. And this next song, Guess I Said. I'm your host, Adam Ill. To my right or to my left is
the governor.
And to the bottom.
And Jaquan, what's up? How you doing?
And that's what it is. Peace.
I don't even believe myself sometimes. What's real? Reality. Real. Let's go. Bullets travel like gossip, running in mouth like leaky faucets. Two-faced niggas be stealing ideas and nothing solid. Grown men and their feelings debating on true intentions. Felt